regular Eveleth City Council meeting scheduled for 7 p.m. February 7th will now come to order. Roll call.
Councillor Hoag.
Here.
Councillor Koivunen.
Here.
Councillor Lillis.
Here.
Councillor Hadrava.
Here.
Mayor Vysalovich.
Here. Approval of City Council workshop, January 24th. No one has any changes or additions? Call for a motion and we approve the minutes of that workshop.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen. Do I have support?
Support.
Support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Item D, approval of tonight's agenda. And I'm going to make one addition when we get to K after the new business. Mr. Pierce has a presentation for us. That's the only change on it. Anybody else have any changes or additions? If not, call for a motion that we approve tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Motion made by Hoag.
I'll support.
Support by Drama.
Oh, we haven't heard that voice in a long time.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item E. A lot of appointments here. Okay, we have commission appointments. Airport Commission, Rich Barata. Golf Course Commission, Michael Newman. Library Board, Tom Schmucker. Library Board, Lois Ferguson. Park Commission, Luc Bourget. Planning Commission, Matt Heedy. And Planning Commission, Tom Cundy. If no one has any objections or additions, I call for a motion that we approve all these appointments.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis. We have support.
Support.
Support by Hoag. Any further discussion?
I'd just like to thank each and every one of them for their active participation in City of Eveleth affairs. The spirit of volunteerism is something that we very much appreciate. Also like to mention for the public's consumption that we do have some vacancies, 2 on the Golf Course Commission, a vacancy on the Joint Cable Television Access Board, and 3 vacancies on the Planning Commission. So if you would like to volunteer, we certainly would appreciate it.
Yes, definitely. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item F. We have no visitor or public presentations at this time. If not, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Approval of payroll, January 1st through the 15th. Approval of claims, January 2017. Request for fire chief and 3 firefighters to attend FDIC training in Indianapolis. I think they went last year too, didn't they?
Correct.
Yeah. Request for EMT Brian Holler to attend Long Hot Summer Conference in Emergency Care, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And request for Officer Anthony Galley to attend Advanced Narcotics Training. And number 6, revised fire department position descriptions and officer pay. Anybody have anything to add on any of those items, or? If not, call for a motion that we approve the consent agenda as it is printed. So moved.
I'll support.
Motion made by Koivunen. Support by Adrava. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. With no public hearings, no unfinished business, we'll jump into J1, new business. Call for bids for Lundgren's redevelopment. Well, it's been a long time in coming, eh? Do we have to, does IRRB bid this out, or do we?
No, pursuant to the IRRB grants, the city has to bid this out on behalf of Lundgren's, and then the bids will come to you and you will accept them on behalf of Lundgren's, but we don't manage the project through us.
We are just a go-between, right?
Calling for the bids, awarding the bids, and then Lundgren's lets me know when they have enough invoices, I submit them to the agency, get a check, reimburse them. But we're not managing the project
No, we've
per
done
se.
this
Correct.
before with other,
We're just
other things.
Yes.
Money conduit then.
Yes.
Also move.
Motion made by Koivunen, do I have support?
Support.
Support by Hoag, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 2, resolution authorizing preparation of a feasibility study for alley improvements, 200 block between Hayes and Garfield, and 1,000 block of Madison Street and Jefferson Street. Excuse me. Any
I'll make a
questions?
motion.
Anybody? Okay, Brad, you're making a motion. Anybody have any questions? If not, motion made by Hadrava to go through the feasibility study. Do I have a support?
I'll support.
Support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 3, authorize benchmark engineering to prepare plan specs and engineering field work for sanitary sewer replacement on the 500 and 600 blocks of Jackson Street. That's pretty old, that street. The curbing and stuff, I think it held up a lot, good for all those years, but
I know the piping is over 100 years old. And we'd be requesting to replace, there's about 700 feet of sanitary sewer and about 700 foot of storm sewer.
I think there's a lot of lead lines too, feeding the,
That could be, and hopefully we don't run into a whole lot of those, because when you do, you want to change them. We're not changing up the water.
oh,
It's
okay.
not checked.
Call for a motion that we authorize benchmark to proceed.
So move.
Motion made by Koivunen, do I have a support?
Support.
Support by Hoag, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 4. Request from Frank Klobachek and Jeff Terrell to rent the Hippodrome for the 9th annual Senior No-Check Hockey Tournament, March 3rd through the 5th.
This is something that they've been doing for 9 years, and they get one heck of a crowd down there. So it brings a lot of people to town, you know, everybody gets a little hit off this, so it's a good thing, they do a great job, so I will so move.
That is, you know, it's a good tournament, you know, it's,
Yeah,
and they do it every year, it's getting a lot of recognition. It's
Yeah.
nice for those guys to go through the work to organize that and get it done. So we're looking pretty good for those dates, Jerry.
Yep.
I'll support.
Motion made by Koivunen, support by Hadrava. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 5, resignation of Philip Drobnik from the Golf Course Commission.
I've had the opportunity and honor of being on a commission with him, and he really brought a lot to the table, so I'll vote to, or I'll so move this and send him a letter of thanks. You know, he's probably very busy with his Team Olympics and everything, and the curling, and just tell him thank you. He was an asset to the Golf Course Commission.
Well, I appreciate his years of service, you know.
Yep.
That's, like you were just talking about, Brian, that's what makes a small town work,
Absolutely.
volunteer activities. You putting that in the form of a motion? Joe?
Yes.
Do I have support?
I'll support.
Motion made by Koivunen, support by Hoag. Accept the resignation of Philip Drobnik from the Golf Course Commission and send him a letter of appreciation for his years of service.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, that's, I figured maybe talk him out of that.
We'll work on them.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item 6, change order number 1, Wasabi Bituminous in the amount of $7,000 for 2016 residential building demos. We took one off and added another one. What other houses are going down on this?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have that list.
Oh, is that the one? I think
There's
that,
like 4 others, 4 or 5 others, R2, Summit, Garfield, and a couple others.
yeah, that big one in the corner at Summit. You know, I was looking at, I think it's down on Kimberly Avenue, that's a burnt out house. I think it's a mining company lease lot, though, eh?
There's a couple of them problems, one down by Old Town at the bottom of the hill, Garfield too. It's leased property
Yeah.
and we run into a brick wall or something with the mine around it or something, I don't know. We could talk to them about it and try to.
Well, I don't know if anybody's really asked them.
That particular one there, has not come up with the mine, with the mining company. I have had an opportunity to work with them. They are very willing to work with the city if we have any problem properties. So,
I see we had one problem house and, they give them the last chance, period. So, you know, they stepped in and kind of helped us because that's on leased land. They don't go for them problems, that's it. They even kind of cleaning the place up, fixing it up. Yeah, I don't think they're even aware of some of these properties, but. Anybody have any questions about this change order? If not, call for a motion that we approve change order number 1 from Wasabi Bituminous.
So moved.
Motion made by Hoag, have support.
I'll support.
Support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Everybody must be down in the weather here a little bit.
Slow tonight.
Pay request number 2 and final from Range Cornice and Roofing, the amount of $7,665 for city auditorium and fire hall roof replacement. No one has any questions?
This will be the last one?
Yeah, the rest is inside, I think.
Also move.
Motion made by Koivunen, do I have a support?
I'll support it.
Support by Adrava, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 8, pay request number 1 from Range Cornice and Sheet Metal in the amount of $41,819 for Eveleth Auditorium air conditioning installation. So that part is done with the heating system, so party time.
Is that what that big unit is out on the side of it there?
Yeah.
It's a big unit. I don't know if it's 41,000 worth, but
Well, you gotta figure what it's gotta do.
I know. Also move.
I'll support it.
Not much good without air, I'll tell you that. Motion made by Koivunen, support by Hoag. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Boy, I see we've got a lot of donations for your new recruit there, Tim.
I think this dog is my new hero.
Oh, man. You've got the no good donations from Knights of Columbus, Bonnie McDowell, Mary DeBevic, American Slovenian Catholic Union, Frank and Nancy Spaeth, Madeline Delich, Greg Lovato, Jay and Marilyn Hoyland. I mean, boy, every year, he's a pretty good marketing tool.
and we have additional ones for our next meeting as well.
Can we get another dog?
I'll call for a motion that we accept these donations. Motion made by Lillis, do I have a support?
I'll support it.
Support by Adrava, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Well, that takes care of new business, and under item K, council presentations and committee reports. I asked Mr. Pierce, he's got an interesting project that his engineering crew have been working on. I don't know, I just got the layoffs. Somebody dropped them off for me, Paulie Sorkin, then looked at them, went, you wanna come and give us?
Sure, I have a copy for everyone.
Cause you got the whole town watching you now.
I understand this. Not quite sure how comfortable I am. Anybody else like a copy?
Well, let us know how you came up with this. It's interesting.
That's a good question. 3 years ago, I challenged a group of physics students to design an outdoor educational facility. I gave them some parameters to follow, and they designed it. The goal I set for them were energy goals. I didn't set a structure goal so much as energy goals. And when we got done with the structure and designing of it, we started to interview some people to see what exactly they wanted. And ironically, hockey kept coming back as the same theme. So when hockey came back, we looked into it a little bit further, and we contacted HTG out of the Twin Cities. We contacted another company out of Canada to assist us in the drafting part of it. And HTG stayed on board. The students were in Northwood School at that point in time, and they recognized the fact that for an arena to be built, it'd be a little bit too far north. So at that point in time, we turned our vision towards the Quad Cities area. That was 3 years ago.
I see here, there's 2 floors here to this arena.
Yes, sir.
And are they both above ground, or is the main floor kind of,
Main floor would be basically what they call on-grade slab.
oh, okay. What's a building like this cost?
Well, it depends. A basic building is probably about 30 to 33 million. But this building with utilities and the energy pieces that we're going to put into it, probably be a little bit closer to 35 to 36. Those are rough estimates.
Interesting complex. You've got 3 rinks on each floor,
No.
No,
isn't it?
no, that's just
Oh, okay.
open.
I was gonna say,
You can't have like a 10-foot ceiling.
Picture A22 sits above 21.
okay,
So if you take it and you hold it like this, 2.2, you're looking down onto 2.1. So it's a balcony.
Yeah, that's the first level. This is the second level. And those are like tables overlooking.
oh, okay. Oh, all right. Now, all we need is an investor for this project.
That's why I'm here.
What's the next step?
Well, that's why I'm here. The next step is a unique one. What we would like to do is talk to some government agencies that we can get on board to help design the renewable energy piece of it. And to do that, we need to have a government agency on board. So for a government agency to deal with us and to do some design for us, we need a sign on. That's not what I'm really requesting tonight. I think tonight's more of just, let's look and see what we have here, and I think I would like to come back and visit a second time.
Where would this be?
Well, that took some time and some thinking, and I think we'll thank Tommy Gavina for that one. Tommy suggested that it be on 53 on the right-hand side, heading into Virginia, in a co-owned property that's owned by Eveleth in Virginia.
Must be Vita. The Progress Park.
It's gotta be Progress Park up there.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 40-acre pieces right alongside the highway.
How much extra work is that for you, Jackie, to be the go-between?
To
go between, oh,
We don't have a lot of staff, you're kind of looking at it all.
I think that you can't do any design without money. So who's funding?
Everything's been volunteered to this point. Architectural design's been volunteered to this point. We've gone through 3 revisions. HTG has done all the work. And we haven't paid them. They haven't requested, they haven't set up a building.
In order for you to go for any kind of government funding, you just need the entity to channel it, request through and channel money through.
It's more of an exploratory
Yeah.
search.
You know, we should, guys interested in having like maybe a sit-down session? Look at what the sites are around? Have you had a chance to physically look at some of the sites?
Well, only with a drive-by.
Yeah.
I haven't walked them.
What, has Virginia expressed any comment on it?
That's a good question.
Because I know they got like a, was it $29 million miners memorial plan or whatever, remodel and upgrade and.
Well, this would be like right across the road from the Rock,
Right,
so the two would kind of complement each other.
right.
You know, that's where you want
Well, I mean,
it, easy to find.
it'd be good because we could always use more, ice, you know what I mean?
I'd like to explore this a little further.
Well, it doesn't hurt to explore it a little bit, sit down at another meeting and see where it goes.
To answer your question, we have talked to the city of Virginia on a number of occasions, just with Mayor Cuffey. So we have had some contact with him.
Okay.
And I did let him know that I was going to come and speak with you folks. So I'm trying to keep both abreast of what's going on.
Yeah, I'd
I'd be
be,
willing to sit down again.
yeah, I think so.
And then, as far as like, future upkeep and maintenance,
Well, let you get in the cart before the horse here.
You know, way far, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to, explore
I
that
like
further.
Thank you. In that meeting, I'll come prepared with the items that I'd like to start to explore.
Yeah, we can maybe, have some ideas of what the property's like too, because we can maybe get our city engineer, because he knows what you're dealing with at the sites. Looking at that for quite a while.
Be nice to know if there's wetlands.
Wetlands, a lot of ledge rock over there.
so, and this isn't replacing Virginia's Memorial Building.
There's nothing to do with it.
Well, I mean, because it said Miners Memorial.
Oh.
Well, that's just,
Because I saw that on there before, and I was,
That's a symbol that we chose.
oh, okay, that has nothing to do with their,
What they decide to do with their facilities up
sure,
there.
right.
We're not making those suggestions.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be foolish not to entertain and sit down at this. I mean, we all know that within the next 10 years, there's got to be a lot of combining
Oh,
in a
yeah.
lot of things to get funding from the state and everything, and we just have to start looking at stuff.
Well, you get the real state-of-the-art facility like that, you get different events going on there.
Well, and
Look what you do with the Rock.
And I'm pretty sure that the state, they would look at it better if you had a couple entities into it versus just, I'm gonna give you 30 million for this one. No, let's put yous together, and then maybe we'll give you 30 million.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we could test the waters a little bit here and
There's some good
won't hurt us.
possibilities
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I'd like to, if you want to get a little more in depth,
Yes.
if you want to let us know, we can figure out a time to get together. Maybe get the city engineer or a little less formal, we can throw the maps out on a table, he can bring them. Speaking of city engineer, we just volunteered you, Ellen.
Perfect timing.
I'm thinking the beginning of March would be okay for my schedule.
Okay,
Okay.
It gives us a little time to organize
why
things.
don't you contact us and we'll see if we can set something up. We'll get together and take a look at this further.
Should I give them a copy of
Yeah,
Yes,
the
please.
work we set forth in front of them?
since we volunteered them,
I mean, we're looking at
This is what happens when you're not here, right, Bradley?
Yes.
additional ice in addition to the head.
Yeah,
We're not replacing the head,
no,
just so people out there know that. This is-
oh, no, this is
That's a
different.
landmark and pretty much museum in town.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you. Anybody else from the council have any presentations or anything?
I have
Right.
nothing there.
Joe,
I have nothing. Bradley's here, so I can't talk about him.
Brian, you got anything to add?
No, sir, I think
Other than
Brad
shoveling?
probably has a few things he'd
Yeah,
like
Brad,
to see tonight.
Saving up.
You've been gone for 6 months, you've gotta catch up.
Broken leg will do that to you, Mayor. I appreciate the city's patience with me while I was out on my back, and I am back and eager to go back to work for the city and the community and do my job that I was elected to do. So it's nice to be back here. I got a new lawyer to meet, Joe. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Alan, we got a new, different face here I've never met before.
You met
engineer.
Alan, haven't you?
I don't believe I met him. We had, he was kind of a new one here. He must have got here right after I left, so. Bill, you're in the same spot?
Same spot.
Okay, they dusted you this week, or? I said they dusted you this week? So it's good to be back, and I want to appreciate you guys for giving me all the crap I'm sure you gave me while I was gone.
Oh, there was a little traveling going on. There's a lot of pressure on us, believe me.
Well deserved, I'm sure, so it's nice to be
Committee
back.
assignments,
We missed you.
I'm glad to see you made it up them stairs there. You know, not to change the subject, but,
he started at noon.
you know, you watch, you watch a lot of TV. I seen a situation of no shame. These protesters with signs, one syllable nouns and adjectives, they can't spell them right. 4-letter words, I mean, no shame whatsoever. Oh, everyday words. I said, what a pathetic bunch. I said, it's just embarrassing, holding up a sign like that. All the words jumbled up. I don't know, I don't think it was by design, I'll tell you that. But, Jerry, you got anything to add?
I have nothing further, Mayor. Thank you.
Jackie? Ellen, you're good?
Just everything that's on the agenda.
Okay, it's all passed, you're good. Joel, you got anything to add?
No, I don't, Mayor.
Anybody from the audience have anything to bring up? If not, I'll adjourn the meeting.
Okay, the other one down.